Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Tuesday, June 11th, 2019. Wow. June is almost mid-June. We're almost at the full moon. It's coming up and it's funny because I like to stay as I like to be very flow. I like to stay in the flow of my life. And I'm discovering that while that's my comfort zone, that if I don't lay some plans for the future, that time just accelerates. And then what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is I'm planning a trip to the East Coast and I'm making some plans for the late fall post, right after Halloween, probably. We'll see how that falls. And into November and December, I'm planning a trip on the East Coast. And I'm going to be doing some shamanic journey workshops out there. And I'll be available for one-on-one readings in person if you're in some of the areas I'll be going to. So I just want to give you a heads up about that. And I know I've talked about my website and then I've forgotten about it, but I am very committed this month and next month to find someone, a web designer, to help me build my website so that I can easily step into that world. I've just put it off and time is flying by. I can't believe it's June already. So with so much time flying by, let's jump into the cards right now. We have these two beautiful cards come up from the Great Unknown Tarot deck today. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed because I think I know these people. Can you see it? I'm just trying to get it really clear. This is the Hermit card, and it is this amazing ancient turtle. Do you see that face on that turtle sitting with this light on its back? What a beautiful shell. I don't think I've ever seen this card in this deck before. And what came out with him was this Daughter of Pentacles. And she's very beautiful too. So what are the meanings of these two cards? Well, I'll tell you, because that's what I do. The Hermit is inviting you to go within and to really stay grounded in your foundation using meditation, breath work. Remember we were talking about the trees last week and how slowly they speak? You have to be very still. Well, take a walk with an old tortoise like this. They do go pretty slowly, but they're light. Look at that light shining out from him or her. I don't know. She's got such a cute face. Yes, the power of meditation emanates so strongly. Look at how that energy just flows out from being solid and moving slowly and hearing the voices of spirit, of God, of within, dialing down your mind. And what happens is that light just emanates outward. It just really flows and flows and flows. And what the Daughter of Pentacles reminding you too is that when you are in nature, you have this ability to receive the same sort of benefits as you do in meditation when you're able to take walk or do walking meditation. I love walking meditation where you're just like, you're not thinking thoughts. You're in your quiet space and you're just following the footsteps and being very present in your steps. And this card is also about being in your power spot, being in your cornmeal circle, right? Of the, like when you're on a vision quest, in Native American traditions, you surround yourself with a cornmeal circle and you claim that space. This is my space. And you're there for that messaging, and then whatever comes forward, comes forward. But it is being in that powerful stance of claiming I am, and in that, I just keep seeing this like strong man, like, oh, Gandalf, right? Okay, geeking, I'm gonna geek out. Right, Lord of the Rings, like, you shall not pass. That's what he did, right? When he goes from Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White. Yes, I am looking for a geeky husband or something, so let them know that I do like Lord of the Rings. Okay, so they stand and he puts his stance down and it just blocks this energy and it just keeps this other energy out. So it creates a clear boundary. And that is what this turtle has too. Look at that shell. Within his boundary, when he is completely protected, his light shines forward. So this card is a reminder about using meditation, setting your boundaries, taking your time in movement. Take a slow walk in nature. It's not about getting to the end of the path. It is walking each step. So I asked for a little bit more clarification and I went to the Denis Linn Gateway deck. And we got this beautiful card of sharing yourself. Now this is a woman riding a zebra. I think she's wearing a tutu. Good for her. And it says something. The print is really small on these. I am an incredibly generous being. I'm an incredibly generous being. And it's true. I know all of you who tune into my channel are very generous. I know I've been on the receiving end of your generosity and your love and your gifts and your comments. And I feel that generosity from you. And what this is about is when you are solid and you feel firm in your path and with your positive self-care routines in place, then you naturally are able to be a generous person and to be so giving towards others moving forward. But it is that reminder that you have to take care of yourself first. Oh, Spirit, I'm hearing this one loud and clear. You have to take care of yourself first. And this is an ongoing lesson for me. And I like to say that oh gosh, some days I feel like I'm just such a young student at how well am I taking care of myself. It is my nature to work, 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 work because I was in the restaurant and hospitality business for so long that it's a go, 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 go world. And so to slow that down and to be present and to take care of myself and make sure that I'm doing my meditation, drinking water. What do I say about drink water? Drink water, drink water, drink water. And breath work. And when we're doing those basics, then so much of ourselves, then we're able to be so generous with our time and our information and assisting others. And remember in your generosity that it is important that whomever you're giving, in whatever way you're giving your time or giving, being fully present for another person to listen to what's going on with them and simply being an active listener and not, sometimes we might want to share with someone and say, oh, I'm blah, blah, blah. And immediately it will trigger in the other person who's receiving, oh, me too, blah, blah, blah. And it will start like, the dialogue will change because then it's about like this mutual commiserating when essentially maybe you just need to be listening to the other person and not reacting and not making suggestions, but just simply being there for them to speak because sometimes things are happening inside our heads and we don't understand what they are until we say it out loud, and that's when the big epiphany can happen. So being a conscious listener is a beautiful place of generosity. So don't forget that. And remember what your generosity is and be aware of the gifts that you have that you love to share. Okay, I went then to my Divine Action deck for one more clarifier, and I got the powerful Be Here Now. Be here now. Where else are you going to be? In your mind, living in the future or in the past? Both are such intense realities that haven't happened or maybe changed in the past. We don't even understand the nature of time itself. But being here now means you staying focused on this path and being as present as you possibly can, allowing your thoughts to be here and not be in the future and not be in the past. One of the reasons why I don't plan, well, I do plan, but it sounds so negative. One thing I'm learning about planning for the future, that's what it is. I'm really learning how to plant these seeds and to move towards those goals. For instance, like with the workshops coming up and my East Coast trip. So it's just powerful to remember that planting seeds, things do take time. Spirits, my ultimate executive producer, is saying, wrap it up. What are you doing? We got to go to commercial. Okay, my guys, I love you so much. I'm so grateful that you stopped by. If you'd like an appointment, I do have one slot still available for Thursday this week, which is in 2 days. And if you email me at lindathelightworker@gmail.com, I'm sure we can accommodate a time for you. I'm now in the Mountain Time Zone, Denver time zone. So anyway, I love you, and I'll see you next time.